Hello, my name's Doreen Czaplinski and I come from Tasmania, Australia. I first heard about Dentzz from a friend of mine when I spoke about thinking I needed some implants because I'd had a lot of problems with my teeth breaking and some caps falling off, etc. And he said he had a friend who had been to Dentzz and he thought it was a really good experience. So he introduced me to him and he explained everything that had happened. And so I decided that I would come to Mumbai to meet the people and decide whether I wanted to go ahead with treatment. The coordinator who organized the appointments was Rupali, and she's really very, very helpful and efficient. She organizes the cars, she organizes the times of the appointments, and so it was a really easy experience. Plus, when you actually come to Dentzz, everybody knows your name. Everybody addresses you by name and you immediately feel welcome. And that again puts you at ease. Following my assessment, it was decided that in order to restore my oral health, I'd need to have my top teeth removed and most of my bottom teeth, but I could leave the 6 teeth at the bottom in place and just have them capped, which is what I did. During the first visit, I had my top and bottom teeth removed and I had implants put in place, and I also had some treatment for a side effect of the chemotherapy and oncology treatment that I'd had in Australia. So that was really helpful. So they actually don't just deal with teeth, they actually look at the whole person. And I've heard from other people as well that the doctors here have been very helpful in terms of making sure that they're absolutely fit before they undergo any of the procedures. In terms of pain, because that's what people are scared of, having the extractions and the implants put in place is really a piece of cake. You're given painkillers and sedation and it all occurs and you really can't remember much of it, nor is there much pain. When you start to get a bit of discomfort, then you've already been given pain relief, you're given ice to hold against your jaws, and so recovery is actually really quite uneventful. The other thing that happens is every day something happens, someone's checking your mouth, how's it healing, what has to happen next. And it's also really important. There's so many people here from Australia, New Zealand, America, who share their tales with you. So there's some people going home with their teeth, there's some people getting their teeth out, and there's some people halfway through the process. And that is very reassuring because you're not alone and everyone's staying in similar hotels, and so there's a bit of socialization that goes on as well. So that is another reason that it becomes stress-free, because you're not isolated. You're with the other people who are undergoing similar experiences. On my second visit, I've been here 17 days. I've had what's called a full upper mouth reconstruction, and I've had 2 plates at the back and 6 caps put in place. And one of the things is, does it feel comfortable? It absolutely does. It is so different from having false teeth with a plate, which I had to use for a few months whilst waiting for the implants to heal and the bone to grow properly. I no longer lisp, I can speak, I can eat, and overall it's a wonderful experience. Dr. Jossi, who took out my teeth, he is a really cool guy. He understands jokes, which was fine. So whilst he took out my wisdom teeth, he said he disagreed with him taking my wisdom. He said they were just floating. So maybe that's true, I don't know. Dr. Dimple did my root canals and she is tremendously expert in her work, as is the prosthodontist, Dr. Juhi. They've taken an inordinate amount of time and care to ensure that the final product is something that I can live with and feel normal again. I don't feel as though I've got a mouthful of false teeth. I just feel as though my mouth is how it used to be when I was younger, albeit I'm a lot older. So in terms of, would I go through it again? Yes, I would. And I'd certainly advise anybody to come here and do a similar thing, or even if they are younger and just need a lot of dental treatment, then it's a pretty good idea to come here, because it's all done in the one place, in the one building. There's ordinary dentists, there's endodontists, there's dental surgeons, the prosthodontists, everyone's here in the one building. All of the equipment for x-rays is state-of-the-art, and it's all in the building. So therefore it makes it really, really easy to get a full and comprehensive treatment plan. So I would really recommend Dentzz for anyone who is considering undertaking extensive dental treatment.